before the mentorship expires. The 1-year mentorship deal is never more. So if you want to get locked in that 1-year mentorship, this is the time to do it, because it's going to be eliminated as soon as I get back to my office, which is going to be about 2 or 3 hours. Anyhow, quite a few things been going on. The interest rate going up, a lot more people getting nervous. You can see it. I see new listings where they're dropping the prices. People are starting to get concerned, and they should be. If you got something you want to get rid of, I suggest you market it down ahead of everybody else. Get ahead of, don't just jump down 5-10 grand. Go a little more substantially than that. There's a chapter in my book called Leapfrogging. That's what it's all about. You get ahead of that stuff. If you feel like you went too far, don't worry about it, because somebody else will bid it up. If you got it far enough, if you cut it down, if you leapfrog enough and get below everybody, then the chances are, if you went a little too far, it'll get corrected in as much as people will bid it up from that point. In other words, if you're at 300,000 and you think, oh, I'm going to take 10 grand off, and other people are doing the same, just go take 40 off, and then yours will be the most attractive one. 2 or 3 people will get interested in it. They'll bid against each other, and maybe they'll bid it up to 270, right? So don't worry about it. But take it or leave it. I don't care. But if you want to get in the mentorship, this is about to expire for real. This is a 1-year deal where you've got access to me. You got access to the Zoom meetings that happen damn near every Saturday. And you'll be surrounded with like-minded people. It's fantastic camaraderie. You're going to see other people that have made, look at the video I made yesterday. You'll see people that have made millions of dollars in just a couple of years. Others a couple $100 grand, some just 10 grand. Some of them started 6 months ago. You'll be able to fast track it. You want to be able to fast track it, but I'm telling you, you're going into uncertain times for most people. I started in a recession. I started in interest rates that were 14%. I bought my first financed home from the bank at 9 1/4, but I owner financed and did all kinds of stuff many times when I first began at 10%, and that was a good rate then. So a lot of people have just never seen that stuff, and that's what you need. Is you need somebody with experience. You need a mentor that's been around long enough, that's been doing this, and you ain't gonna get that from somebody that's got a fund. Somebody that's 20, 30, 40, 50, even somebody like Grant Cardone that's 60 years old. He wasn't doing real estate back then. He just hasn't been in the game long enough. And in the game that he is in is really about getting your money. So, but if you want to make money for yourself and you want to take control, you want to have the ability to control your own money, right? There's not a better asset than real estate because it's something you can borrow the most from the bank. You can make money on the bank's money, and you can just leverage like crazy, like you can't with other stuff. And everybody always wants to, they want to scale. Well, there's not an easier thing to do than to scale real estate by yourself. You can't do it if you hand your money to Grant Cardone or Chris Crone or somebody else like that. You're stuck. They have control of your money. I just telling you. You want to own your own assets. You want to control your own assets. That way, when you need money, you have the ability to get rid of it. You might remember a video, Grant Cardone was kind of coming apart at the seams. You can see one, I did a video on it. And really, he was really just gone crazy for the moment. He was telling, hey, being a little baby, you little bitch, and all this other shit. He was upset because people were wanting to take their money out. They were getting scared. And he's like, I can't give you your money back, it's tied up. And that's what you don't want. You want to be the person that's in control of your own money. And you won't have to deal with that shit. And you'll make a hell of a lot more. It's not even comparable. In fact, I'd go ahead and challenge Chris Crone and Grant Cardone to compare success of investors. Compare my students to his investors or to his students. I don't care. That's how confident I am. I think I've already got more testimonials already than both those guys put together. They talk about having $1 billion worth of real estate. Man, there ought to be a shitload of testimonials with that kind of investment with a lot of partners. But anyways, I'm just knocking out another fixer-upper, and got tile going on. We talked about that earlier. Got tile choices all figured out and covered. I got a stone cutter coming here to mason tomorrow. We're going to cut the thresholds and the bench top seats. I like doing a solid stone. So you'll see a solid stone go on top of that bench. On top of that bench, this is a double shower. And then the threshold stepping into the shower, that will get capped with a nice piece of stone as well. Anyways, I'll try to go live again a little bit later today. But you guys that like to kick the tires forever, listen, you're missing an opportunity you ain't never going to get again, probably in your lifetime. I don't know anybody that's started as young as me, that's done as many deals as I have, and as many different kinds of real estate. Land, large acreage, apartments, commercial, industrial, offices, condos. I've done everything that not everything, nobody's done everything, but I've done so much of what's out there and what's most important to the small guy, right? I started with zero. So if you're out there and you've got, I don't care if you've got a net worth of 30 million, 40 million, I can help you. But if you're someone down at zero, you're the guy that I want to help the most, because you're the one, that's where I started, right? And it's fantastic, because my students are, started at zero with real estate, and now they're real estate millionaires, many of them. And so I get to watch them go through and shortcut them to the fastest way to the best assets for them to hold as they grow their portfolio. You got to start with little stuff. When you're under 100 grand, you can double your money very easily. Any investment under 100 grand, you can double your money very quickly and very fastly. There's just so much more of that out there. That's why. It's just a numbers thing. It's all numbers, by the way. Everything's about numbers. So anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll try to come back on a little later, but just get everybody, heads up. Yeah, the mentorship ends in like 3 hours. Take care.